Good afternoon. We're delighted to have you all here. Jackie Vandenplas, a graduating senior of the class of 2011, will sing our national anthem. Please remain standing after the anthem and the posting of colors for the commencement prayer, which will be offered by Father Jay Faustner, Vice President for Mission and Heritage.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
Good and loving God, be with us this day. Quiet our minds for a few moments so we may hear your voice. Before we ask for blessings upon ourselves, we pause to remember a St. Norbert College community member, Christy Bronken, who passed away last academic year and is with us in spirit on what would have been her graduation day. As we continue to listen to your voice, Almighty God, send us your grace and your love. Remind us that you are ever present as we travel on our life journey. Today, we especially ask you to bless these graduates and all those who have helped them reach this fantastic moment, their parents and extended family, our faculty and staff, their friends, and all who send these students their love. This truly is a day of celebration. And after successfully completing their academic requirements, we pray that the Spirit of Christ touches these graduates, sending them wisdom in mind, success in challenges, courage to find a vocation, strength to do their best, and most importantly, faith to guide them in whatever they do and wherever they go. We pray this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Please be seated. Mr. Maraniss, Mr. Kelly, Dr. Marsden, Norbertine Fathers, trustees, faculty, administrators, staff, most importantly, members of the class of 2011. First, on behalf of St. Norbert College, let me welcome the graduates and their families, friends, and guests who are here to celebrate this joyous occasion. Commencement is always our favorite day of the year around here. Educators never tire of commencement because it represents such a marvelous combination of accomplishment, enthusiasm, relief, and most important, possibilities. It is the ritual that across the centuries has testified to the fact that what is supposed to happen at a college has happened, that knowledge and experience and life lessons have been transferred from the old to the young, that another enthusiastic class is going forth to carry our values around the world. Graduates of 2011, know that all of us at St. Norbert College are proud of you for this accomplishment. And more selfishly, we are also counting on you to go out there and show the world what a great institution you come from. As you go, you will not lack for good advice, including before long from your commencement speaker, David Maraniss, one of the most respected writers of our generation. But I don't think David will begrudge me a little presidential prerogative to pass along just 2 graduation day observations. The first, I hope you will always remember the Norbertine admonition that you be prepared for every good work. Now, you've been well prepared, and I know you're definitely ready for work. But don't forget the good part of that little creed. Occasionally in your time here, you've heard me say that to whom much is given, much is expected. I happen to think that is especially true of a St. Norbert grad because the experience you're finishing today has been a unique gift, one made possible by the special people and influences that came together to make this college what it is. So if you have truly taken to heart the values that underlie your classroom learning, you will now set about making the world a better place than you found it. The second point I wish to make to you is simply this: have confidence in yourself. Confidence translates into a willingness to walk through a door when it cracks open for you, even if you're not entirely sure what awaits on the other side. Don't fear the uncertainty, embrace it, because it can take you down wonderful avenues that the timid will never experience. Stride ahead with all the confidence that we see in St. Norbert himself in that dynamic and beautiful statue out behind Bemis. And whatever is waiting for you out there, remember to stay in touch with St. Norbert College and come back often. We who live and work here count on that unending connection. With your witness, we will find ourselves renewed. And with your support, we will ensure that the next generation is equally prepared for every good work. We will now have the presentation of the candidates for honorary degrees. We honor these individuals for their contributions to the common good and the tradition of St. Norbert College. Mr. George Hartman, a member of the Board of Trustees, will present our first candidate. The citation was written by Dr. Kevin Quinn, Professor of Economics, and can be viewed in its entirety in the commencement program.
President Kunkel, I have the privilege of presenting Mr. David Maraniss and request that you confer upon him the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws.
David, I need you to get up. I'm ready. Thank you, Mr. Hartman and Dr. Quinn. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Norbert College, I hereby confer upon you, David Maraniss, the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, and invest you with this hood in the insignia colors of the college. Oh. Well, I'm told we missed the video. Let's play the video right now.
Mr. David Maraniss has been chosen by the Board of Trustees of St. Norbert College to be awarded the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws. Mr. Maraniss has been with the Washington Post for more than 3 decades and serves as associate editor for the paper. During that span, he has made a reputation as one of the best journalists and insightful authors of our time. His revealing articles on the life and political record of candidate Bill Clinton earned him the Pulitzer Prize for National Reporting in 1993 and led to 2 books, first in his class, a biography of Bill Clinton, and The Clinton Enigma, a 4.5-minute speech reveals this president's entire life. Maraniss's prolific writing career has yielded 9 books on a wide variety of subjects, including the 1960 Rome Olympics, Roberto Clemente, Al Gore, and the Republican Congress of the mid-1990s. His most recent book is 2010's Into the Story, a writer's journey through politics, sports, and loss. And he is currently working on a generational biography of Barack Obama, due out in the spring of 2012. In addition to his recognition by the Pulitzer Prize Board, Mr. Maraniss has won the George Polk Award, the Dirksen Prize for Congressional Reporting, and the ASNE Laventhal Prize for Deadline Writing, as well as many other awards. Maraniss is perhaps most widely known for a return to his childhood love, the Green Bay Packers. Taking a leave of absence from the Washington Post, he and his wife Linda moved to Wisconsin after the 1996 elections during the team's Super Bowl run. They rented a house in Brussels in southern Door County, not far away from where they had spent their wedding night. Their re-immersion into Packers culture, as well as Mr. Maraniss's painstaking research into Lombardi's past, led to the 1999 bestseller When Pride Still Mattered, A Life of Vince Lombardi, which, by the way, has been adapted by Eric Simonson, another Wisconsin native, into a successful Broadway play. St. Norbert College is proud and privileged to have David Maraniss with us today, and in recognition of his many accomplishments, St. Norbert College is honored to confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Congratulations, David. After watching the video, I feel better than ever about our decision. Our next candidate will be presented by Ms. Catherine Hasselblad Pascal, a member of the St. Norbert College Board of Trustees. The citation was written by Dr. James Benton, Associate Professor of Sociology. The citation, in its entirety, is printed in the commencement program.
Dr. Michael Thomas Marsden, Dean and Academic Vice President of St. Norbert College from 2003 to 2010, is the recipient this year of the highest academic honor the college can bestow. It is given in recognition of his very fruitful service to the college in a critical time of transition. Dr. Marsden has been an energetic builder throughout his career. He played a key role in the founding and leadership of the Popular Culture Association and the American Culture Association. As a teacher, scholar, writer, and editor, he was associated with these now conjoined associations from their formative years in the 70s. His 10 books and many articles are important contributions to the growth and understanding of his field, and his efforts were recognized when he was made president of the American Culture Association and given their Distinguished Service Award. Before coming to St. Norbert College, Dr. Marsden served as dean at 2 universities and associate dean at a 3rd. He came with broad administrative experiences that proved crucial to St. Norbert College. A few examples of his many particular accomplishments were the establishment of the Center for Norbertine Studies, the Master of Liberal Studies program, the institutional research component of the Office of Institutional Effectiveness, and giving critical support to policies and practices that allowed the hiring of 40 outstanding new members of the faculty. At the same time, he supported a culture of faculty research and development and greatly increased collaborative research between students and faculty. Dr. Marsden was a central actor in the design and planning of the new Mulva Library and in the first stages of the creation of the new Science Building. Through it all, he has championed quality, transparency, honesty, and the efficient use of resources. He was also host of the award-winning television show, Conversations from St. Norbert College. The great majority of this faculty would say, with affection, that Dr. Michael Marsden exhibited every bit of the fortitude, confidence, perseverance, diplomacy, and integrity that we need in our academic leadership. It is then with great indebtedness and esteem that St. Norbert College confers upon Michael Thomas Marsden the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
President Kunkel, I have the privilege of presenting Dr. Michael Marsden and request that you confer upon him the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws.
Thank you, Ms. Hasselblad-Pascoe and Dr. Benton. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Norbert College, I hereby confer upon you, Michael Marsden, the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all its rights and privileges, and invest you with this hood in the insignia colors of the college. Our next candidate will be presented by Mr. William Ariema, Chair of the Board of Trustees. The citation was written by Dr. Marcy Paul, Associate Professor of Modern Languages and Literatures and Director of the Honors Program. The entire citation is printed in the commencement program.
St. Norbert College is honored today to recognize Mr. Patrick Kelly, a 1977 graduate of the college, as a recipient of an honorary degree for his many professional accomplishments and for his steadfast commitment, loyalty, and service to his alma mater. Pat Kelly's deep connection to the St. Norbert College community began the day he first stepped onto campus. During his undergraduate years at the college, Pat was an active, involved student, as well as a leader in both student government and athletics. He served as president of the Intra-Fraternity Council, president of the Student Government Association, and he played varsity baseball. Kelly's leadership skills, energy, and drive, which distinguished his years as an undergraduate, have also characterized his professional life. A highly successful businessman, Pat founded Dynapro Inc., a data processing, consulting, and programming firm in 1980. In 1990, Dynapro merged with Resource One. Mr. Kelly is CEO of the firm. Resource One is a leading provider of programming services for the installed Tandem computer base in the United States. Mr. Kelly is also a general partner in the limited partnership of KMK & Associates. KMK has controlling or substantial interest in business in the distribution, food, technology, real estate, and money management industries. Kelly serves on many boards, but it's Pat's unwavering support of his local Chicago area community and his alma mater that best reflects his commitment to family, friends, and Catholic education. A member of the St. Norbert College Board of Trustees for 21 years and chair for 7 years, Pat's integrity, loyalty, financial knowledge, and his determination to get the job done and done right were instrumental in moving the college forward towards its goal of excellence. In acknowledgement of and appreciation for his many contributions to St. Norbert College, we honor and confer upon Mr. Patrick Kelly the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa with all its rights and privileges.
President Kunkel, it is my pleasure to present Mr. Patrick Kelly and ask that you confer upon him the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws.
Thank you, Mr. Ariema and Dr. Paul. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Norbert College, I hereby confer upon Patrick Kelly the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa with all its rights and privileges, and cause you to be invested with this hood in the insignia colors of the college. Congratulations. And now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce David Maraniss, who will give the 2011 commencement address. As you have all just heard, Mr. Maraniss is a respected journalist and author who has explored some of the most compelling political and athletic figures of our time. And along the way, incidentally, told us here in Northeast Wisconsin more than a little bit about ourselves. We are honored to have him at St. Norbert College. Please join me in welcoming Mr. David Maraniss.
This is very cool. First, congratulations to the class of 2011. This is a wonderful and unforgettable day for all of you, and it is for me too. I'm honored to be with you today and feel some measure of the same happiness and joy and sense of accomplishment that all of you graduates feel. It just took me 40 more years to get here. I grew up in Madison in a family of scholars. My mother learned Chinese. My little sister was a classical pianist. My older brother and older sister both earned doctorates in Spanish and Russian, while I flailed around in school, not really knowing who I was or what I was doing. My brother Jim and sister Jean are the smartest people I've ever known. And it means the world to me that they're here today, that they came here from Pittsburgh and Amherst to see their little brother finally get a degree. It also means a lot to me that the honor is coming from St. Norbert, this little gem of a school with its commitment to action, social action, and to peace and justice and everything else that the school represents here on the rim of Green Bay. It was almost 15 years ago that I turned to my wife, Linda, and uttered the immortal loving words, "How would you like to move to Green Bay for the winter?" Her first response was "Brr," but she readily agreed to the adventure, and that decision made all the difference. We moved up to a rented cottage in Brussels in southern Door County, not far from Our Lady of the Snows Church, and I began reporting on the life of the great Packers coach Vince Lombardi. It was one of the best experiences of our lives, and the resonance of that book, When Pride Still Mattered, is why I'm here today in large part, and why I have the freedom as a writer to pursue the books and stories that most interest me. At the time in November 1996, I just finished covering the re-election campaign of President Bill Clinton for the Washington Post. I'd already written a biography of him, and the expectations were that I'd stay in Washington and report on his second term as a so-called Clinton expert. My friends and editors thought I was crazy when I said, nope, I'm going to Green Bay. Sometimes when you can, you have to take a chance, do the unexpected, make your own path, follow your instincts rather than what you think other people want you to do. Clinton fascinated me and frustrated me. He had an ability to read a crowd and synthesize information unlike anyone I'd encountered in my long career covering national politics. He had a near photographic memory and could remember everything but some of the lessons of his own life. His story was a cycle of loss and recovery, a combination of darkness and light, the characteristics to some degree of every human being, but exaggerated and played out on a public stage. But he'd exhausted me by 1996, and so had the political culture. 1996. That was a year when most of you graduates were just starting grade school, just starting your conscious lives. You didn't create this political culture, and I have some confidence that you'll somehow figure out how to improve it. But what I was turning away from then was an atmosphere where rationality, humanity, and an open-minded search for truth were becoming overwhelmed by the superficial, the worship of celebrity over worth, and the increasing pervasiveness of know-nothing blowhards who can see the flaws in everyone but themselves. All of those things have become only exponentially more pronounced in the decade and a half since then in this twittering internet world. I'm not saying this as an ode to the good old days. One of the central themes of my Lombardi book is the myth of the innocent past. Human nature doesn't change, only the culture around it. My own profession, writing, journalism, history, has changed profoundly and will continue to change. There well might not be newspapers in the way we know them by the time your children start to read, and maybe not even books as we now know them. I'm sure that more of you get your news from the internet or Comedy Central than from newspapers, and that's not a trend that can't be turned around. Amazon.com now sells more electronic books than paperback books. I happen to grow up in a newspaper age that's as distant to you as the Ice Age, an era of manual typewriters and copy paper and carbon paper and the smell of ink and pneumatic tubes and linotype machines and cigarette butts on the linoleum floor of newsrooms. That's all long gone. Change is inevitable and unstoppable. But the platform, the means by which news and information is delivered, is not really as important as something else. Sifting truth and fact and rational analysis from the overwhelming chaff of unprocessed information and misinformation, the need for the press to do the real reporting must never change, or we will all eventually regret it. So after the election in 1996, I was looking for something different, and that search took my wife Linda and I to Green Bay and Vince Lombardi. Who could be more different from Bill Clinton than Vince Lombardi? New school, old school, one a symbol of discipline, the other its opposite. Actually, these two very different men had more in common than you might expect, including an ability to adapt and an overwhelming obsession to prevail, to win, a characteristic that pushed them forward as it also created imbalances in their lives. Lombardi's known for his obsession with winning. Winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. I discovered through tracing it back in my reporting that that famous quotation was not his. It was coined by another coach in the 1930s and first reached the public domain in a movie called Trouble Along the Way, starring John Wayne, and was uttered not by Vince Lombardi, not by John Wayne, but by an 11-year-old actress who was playing his tomboy daughter. To say the least, she did not look or sound like Vince Lombardi. And it wasn't Lombardi's philosophy in any case. He was obsessed with winning, but the effort was what was important to Lombardi. That was everything. He was always much harder on his players when they played sloppily but won than if they gave their all and lost. All the successful politicians that I've studied are as determined to win as Lombardi, each in his own way. I'm now writing a multi-generational biography of President Obama. Obama grew up in Hawaii. Yes, he was born there. A place where being laid back was the defining lifestyle. In the Hawaiian pidgin of his adolescence, they would say, "Cool head, main thing." The uniform of his youth was Ocean Pacific shorts, t-shirts, and flip-flops, known as slippers in Hawaii. But of course, to become president of the United States, you have to have a burning will underneath that cool head. And Obama has it too. With Obama, it was a will to avoid the traps that life set out for him. The trap of not knowing his father, the trap of growing up in Hawaii, a distant island, farther from a continental shore than any place in the world except Easter Island. A place that was such a paradise had become a prison. The trap of being what in Hawaii they call a hapa, half Caucasian, half black, and trying to find his way in two worlds, while society looked at his skin color and classified him only as black. Then he had to figure out how to avoid the trap of racial anger, the trap of Chicago politics and Illinois politics, the trap of living a wholly American life. Like all of you graduates, he was a regular kid, obsessed with basketball and girls and having a good time, and yet being classified by some as alien, foreign, strange, because of his name, because of his skin color, and because of others' fear and ignorance. Trap after trap. And Obama found his way out or around them until he reached the biggest trap and challenge of all, the White House. Vince Lombardi was an outsized figure during my adolescence. He was winning up here in Green Bay while I was a kid down in Madison, free and easy. I know that if he ever saw me during that period, or even today, his first words might be, "Maranis, get your goddamn haircut." But I felt a strong affinity for him nonetheless. He wore trench coats and smoked cigarettes like my dad. My dad was a newspaper man, a classic city editor type, with sometimes a Lombardi-like gruff exterior. Both Lombardi and my dad came from Brooklyn and made their way to the Midwest where their careers could take flight. I love the fact that Vince Lombardi turned the classic American story on its end. It's usually the small-town kid who goes to the big city of New York to find fame and fortune. And here was Lombardi, New York-born, educated at Fordham University, trained as a head coach in high school in New Jersey, an assistant at West Point and with the New York football Giants, waiting for his chance and not getting it, almost ready to give up, almost ready to take a job as a banker, thinking he would never get his shot, wondering whether it was because his name ended in a vowel. And finally the call comes from the Packers, and he and his family head out to tiny Green Bay, a place he'd only visited once before in his life when he was on a recruiting trip for West Point for the Army team and got caught in a snowstorm here and called back east and said aloud, "I wonder how anybody could live in that godforsaken place." And it was here in Green Bay, not the big city, that in that short decade he became a national icon, winning 5 world championships in 7 years, 7 incandescent years. During our stay when I was researching the book, I spent some time here in De Pere and at St. Norbert. I think the coldest my wife and I have ever been was one night, one January evening, when we ran from the parking lot across the street to Bilatti's Pizza Place. Our breath froze on the way over. And one of the most memorable moments in my research is when we went here to interview old Father Burke, one of your great leaders, who I believe was in his late 80s when I got to him. And he told me about all the things that Vince Lombardi had confessed to him in his final year in Green Bay, outside of the church confessional, about how Lombardi was feeling tired and sick and wanted to quit. And then in the middle of our conversation, old Father Burke sprang from his chair with the spryness of a 4-year-old, grabbed his cane, and hit a hard thwack on his windowsill where a squirrel was trying to steal seeds from his bird feeder. He so loved watching those winter bright red cardinals, and he seemed like Vince Lombardi's kind of guy. Vince Lombardi was an imperfect man, striving for the impossible, perfection. Like many great leaders, he took his understanding of the flaws of his own personality and used that to try to perfect the people he led. His mantra was God, family, and the Green Bay Packers. The truth is, he lived his life in a different order. There's a play inspired by my biography of him, and in that, the character of Lombardi's wife, Marie, played by Judith Light, recites that litany, God, family, and the Green Bay Packers. And then she adds, but not necessarily in that order. In fact, his family comes a distant third, and God is not first, so, though to his credit, she adds, he does go to Mass every morning. Downtown, you all know it, St. Willibrod's, 7 a.m. sharp. When he left Green Bay to coach his final fateful year in Washington, a priest in Washington told me about a morning where there was a knock on the door of the Catholic rectory at St. Matthew's Cathedral, and there stood Vince Lombardi, wanting to know when the morning Mass began. 7:30, the priest said, to which Lombardi replied, why don't you change that to 7? That would fit better for my schedule. There was one thing Vince Lombardi couldn't influence. There was still a higher order than a football coach. One of his players, the late Henry Jordan, a Hall of Fame defensive tackle, uttered a line that became famous about Lombardi. Jordan said, he treats us all alike, like dogs. Funny, but not true, really. Lombardi was a master psychologist who knew exactly what button to push in every one of his players. Bart Starr, his quarterback, to whom you gave an honorary degree last year, I can't tell you how happy I am to follow in his footsteps, was a sensitive guy, and after one early encounter where Lombardi yelled at him, Starr said, if you do that, I can't be the leader of your team. And Vince Lombardi never spoke to him harshly again, ever. Paul Hornung, the Golden Boy halfback, could basically take anything Lombardi threw at him, no big deal, it'd just go off his big shoulders. So the coach used Hornung as an example, knowing it would have no harmful effect. Dave Robinson, his great outside linebacker, one of the black players Lombardi drafted in the first round, during a period when that wasn't done, wondered why Lombardi yelled at him so much, until Robbie's wife went to Marie Lombardi and asked that question, why is this? And Marie said, it's when he stops yelling at your husband that you should worry, Marie said. That means he's giving up. Dave Robinson, came to love Lombardi as a father, as did all of his African-American players. They say this is a company town and the company's the Packers. That's a gross exaggeration, I know. Even if it is true that one of the first people we saw here when we arrived that year of 1996 was this loud, gruff man smoking and talking loudly about the Packers at a supper club up in Dykesville while we were eating, trying to mind our own business, and he kept talking. And when he got up, he put on this green and gold Packer jacket. And I asked the maitre d', who was that guy? Oh, that's a Catholic priest, we were told. I know there are some of you, certainly probably many of you, who really don't have much interest in the Packers, to whom football is not everything, and certainly not the only thing. In his later years, after he became famous, Lombardi gave a lot of advice to people beyond the football field. Business people in particular sought him out looking for the keys to leadership and success. I'm not really big on superficial, inspirational messages. What's important is what moves you, what speaks to you, not what moves or speaks or is important to someone else. Life has common themes, but it's not generic. It's specific. That's what makes it so beautiful in the end, the specific connections of each individual life. Each of your stories of you graduates is different. How your family history made it to the point of you reaching St. Norbert, how you got through school here, a course that woke you up and focused you, a book that allowed you to see in a way you'd never seen before, a professor who believed in you, a friend who'll be with you for the rest of your life. The story of every graduate is connected by this jewel of a college, but every one of your biographies is individual and takes meaning on its own, not as some part of some amorphous group. If there's a lesson that I took from Lombardi, and I think might be of some value to some of you graduates in some way, practical and philosophical, it's the notion of freedom through discipline, which I learned by studying the Jesuits. I feel like an honorary Catholic as well. I know that in my own writing, my best moments came, and they come, when I feel free. And I feel most free when I've done the hard work to get there, and have disciplined myself to understand a subject, a theme, a person thoroughly. Lombardi applied this same notion of freedom through discipline to his signature play, what came to be known as the Packer Sweep. Run it again and again and again until the players understand it so thoroughly they can improvise from it, and they have freedom. Freedom through discipline. It's the same with a great jazz musician, with a writer, or a scientist, or a teacher, or a chef, or a painter. It's the same in any profession. You can have a flash of success by posing, by taking an attitude, but that fades, and then what's left? What can you fall back on? If you discipline yourself to learn something first, to master it, then the freedom comes, and the rewards are longer lasting. I've tried to apply this to my own life, imperfectly, but as best I can. Unlike all of you, I was a bad student, but I got a second chance as a newspaper reporter, and that second chance turned into 1,000 more chances to learn. My entire career as a journalist and historian has been learning new subjects, uncovering facts, thinking about the forces that shape lives, visiting new places, and writing about them. It's been a constant graduate school for 40 years. And today, at long last, thanks to St. Norbert College, I stand with you graduates of the class of 2011, proud and happy, ready to commence. I am a Green Knight. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, David. Thank you for honoring us with your presence today and for a delightful and especially thoughtful speech for our graduates. And we are proud to have you as a Green Knight. Now, graduates, we're getting down to the business at hand. I now request authorization to confer the master's and baccalaureate degrees from Mr. William Ariema, Chair of the St. Norbert College Board of Trustees.
Mr. President, the Board of Trustees of St. Norbert College hereby authorizes you to confer upon these qualified candidates their respective master's and baccalaureate degrees. The candidates for degrees in course will be presented by Dr. Jeff Frick, Dean of the College and Academic Vice President. All candidates, please rise.
President Kunkel, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified for their degrees by having successfully completed the curriculum of St. Norbert College. They have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded the appropriate degree in recognition of their academic accomplishments. At the Academic Awards Dinner, hosted by the Dean's Office annually in April, the summa cum laude honorees were recognized in a special manner for their superior academic achievement in having earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.90 to 4.00. They were presented with a medal designed by the world-renowned artist Aquino Weinart.
I think they missed the please rise part.
They rose and sat down.
Oh, they did. All right. All candidates, please rise one more time. I know this goes on, but you can't be that tired yet. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Norbert College, and with the approval of our distinguished faculty, I hereby confer upon you your respective master's and baccalaureate degrees. Please be seated.
Will the candidates for master's degrees please come forward? Mary Frances Armbruster. Ellen Serena Momartz. Will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees please come forward? First, reading the names for the candidates of Bachelor of Arts degrees will be Dr. David Duquette, Associate Dean of Humanities and Fine Arts.
Katie Lorene Adams. Cale Stephen Mark Anderson. Drew Allen Anderson. Christy Lynn Anderson. Catherine Renee Audette. Erin Michelle Boggins. Jennifer Catherine Baranchek, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Christy Lynn Barrett. Iris Guadalupe Barrios. Beth Marie Bauman, summa cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Teresa Mary Beaumier, summa cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Lindsay Ann Beekman. Arthur Eugene Bell. Aaron John Benson. Joseph Theodore Bergs. Carly Elaine Burtz, cum laude. Jamie Lynn Biesinger, cum laude. Christopher Charles Burkey. Lawrence James Brame. Rachel Elizabeth Breitrick. Brianne Marie Brulette. Stephanie Bunday. Catherine Elizabeth Barant, magna cum laude. Shannon Marie Burke. Benjamin James Cahill. Caitlin Ann Kerrigan. Alexis May Cashman. Sarah Lynn Casperson, summa cum laude. Paige Renee Collum, summa cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Danielle DeLuna Chaney. Chen, summa cum laude. Samantha Cora Christian, magna cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Carrie Ann Christensen, magna cum laude. Beth M. Clark. You can applaud. Arthur William Cohen. Amanda Rose Cormican. Casey John Cox. Anna Elizabeth Zarnik Niemeyer, summa cum laude. Petro Markin Cerniak. Lynn Dye. Claire Kathleen Daly, cum laude. Kristen Jane Demet. Francis Edward Dempsey, cum laude. Brian Joseph Danella. Emma Justine Dishler, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Dittman. Maureen McQuillan Doherty. Brianna Jo Dolan, cum laude. Rebecca Ann Dahl. Renee Helen Dragani. Dragani. Connor Francis Dubois. Erin Elizabeth Ehart, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Ross Jacob Eisenreich. Emily Rose Emmendorfer. Jacqueline Lydia Etchingham. Lara Ucolano, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Lori Marie Evans, cum laude.
Adele.
Cassandra Adele Evers, cum laude. Sarah Marie Fagan. Emmett Alfred Paul Forwerda. Matthew Bashi Flock. Elizabeth Ann Fonferick. Jacqueline Rachel Ford, magna cum laude. Danielle Charles Frett. Timothy Eric Frendel. Cassandra Ruth Freilich. Avery Grace Garcia, cum laude. Amanda Rose Garrity. Amanda Joanna Gerke. Sally Rebecca Gibbs, cum laude. Ashley Elizabeth Gill. Kayla Diana Gisberek. Jordan Francis Gobert. Lindsay Jean Gore, cum laude. Caitlin Anna Gorman. Christopher Glenn Gould, cum laude. Jeffrey D. Gregory. Caitlin Marie Rose Gribben, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Marie Groshek, summa cum laude. Chelsea Lauren Gritzmacher, cum laude. Stephanie Lynn Haynes, cum laude. John Edward Hockery. Peter Alexander Hanton. Amy Elizabeth Hayhurst, magna cum laude. Rachel M. Hermas. Abby Janice Hiltonen, magna cum laude. Jillian Ashlyn Hockman. Britt Christina Holmberg, cum laude. Brianna Lee Heil, cum laude. Karen Margarita Henao Carbonell. Teresa Mary Henkel, cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Kelly Marie Herson, cum laude. Christopher Andrew Hibbard, summa cum laude. Travin Axel Hillesheim.
Yeah, Travin!
Maria Ann Holzer. Last name? Hausch. Oh, Carlin Gale Hausch. Amy Lee Herdlicka, cum laude. Lauren Faye Hughes. Jeremy Stephen Hulick. Ryan Scott Hurst. Allison T. Herlick. Kirsten Zoe Heyer. Rachel R. Irish. Kristen Meyer Jellick, cum laude. Jessica Ann Kazmarek. Danielle Marie Kapelneck. Emily Leary Keefe.
Emily!
Maggie Ann Kitchen, cum laude. Jillian Christine Kazuski. Mark Jason Knapp. Celia Ann Karnaus. Maren Christine Knutson, magna cum laude. Lauren Ashley Kepsel. Jody Ann Claire Coulter, summa cum laude. Yeah. Kawi Mary Kong. Okay. Andre Gregory Logan Koronek. Kayla May Krieger. Kelsey Rose Cabali. Jessica Emily Koulis. Kayla Marie Larson, cum laude. Lauren Marie Lathers, cum laude. Catherine Ann Latz. Mark Eben Leisgang. Daniel Stephen Lemke. Carol Diane Letter, cum laude.
Samantha Lichtenwald. Michael James Lapina. Sorry. Michael?
Oh, I'm right here.
Tyler Allen Liptak, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Michael Anthony Lococo. Christopher James Ludwig. Kelly Elizabeth Lipke. Amber Rose Lumet, cum laude. Michael J. Lundy. Ellen Marie Majowski, cum laude. Carolyn Marie Malco, cum laude. Jamie Marie Malley, cum laude. David Lee Mason, summa cum laude.
Gregory P.T. Mather.
Sorry?
Gregory P.T. Mather.
Gregory P.T. Mather. Mark Robert McCabe. Aaron Jean McGinley. Kellyanne McGorry, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Alyssa Beverly McGray. Kathleen Ellen McKittrick. Randy Lee McMorrin. Michael William Mavison. Danielle Christine Meyer, magna cum laude. Catherine Ann Meyer. Claire Christina Ann Michaels. Nicole Lynn Mikulicek. Eric J. Minton. Alexandra Jane Marecki. Molly Ann Moran. Michelle Ann Morrison. Carly Jean Miller.
Grace Miller the first.
Anne Grace Miller the first. And only. Molly Sue Minster. Jason Joseph Munyaini. Munyaini. Sorry about that one. Shane Patrick Murray. Elizabeth Lee Myliner. Andrew Kevin Nault. Ryan Christopher Nault. Mallory Lynn Nimis, magna cum laude. Jordan Vic James Nordby, cum laude. Anna Marie Norris. Rachel Lynn Oberstadt. Kaylin Rose Olenichek. Catherine Ann Page. Stephen D. Papke. Robert Roland Parmentier. Laura Elizabeth Parmenter. Maria Jean Payne, cum laude. Jillian Marie Paquette. Jenna Christine Perry. Emily Marie Peters. Ava Marie Maxine Fortner. Timothy Cole Pickens. Angela Marie Podewills. Kyle William Pollard. Tanya Sue Pollard. Tanya Sue Pollard, cum laude. Michael James Poratic. Michael Joseph Powers. Faith Marie Price. Angelina Nicole Racine. Jason Edward Raish, cum laude, magna cum laude. Ryan Francis Reed, magna cum laude. Natasha Theodora Rice. John Reamer. Kelly Catherine Roberts. Keenan Victor Rogers. Megan Ray Rousseau. Elise Gademus Rupp. Benjamin John Satori. Amy Christine Savalia, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Colleen Marie Scanlon. Jacqueline Marie Scherer, cum laude. Bryant Joseph Scher, cum laude. Amy Lynn Schultz, magna cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Anna Rose Schlim, magna cum laude. Stephen Thomas Shoemaker. Tiffany Morgan Schwed. Jennifer Lynn Syme. Megan Ray Schreiber. Eliza Myra Faimi Ciordia. Megan Marie Slater, cum laude. Jessica Mothy Smith. Deborah Elaine Schmertz. Emily Francis Sparapani, magna cum laude. Sarah Mae Spalding. Lucas James Springstrow. Bianca Lynn Standa. Elizabeth Marie Stasak, cum laude. Brittany Claire Stevenson, cum laude. Jessica Ray Stock, magna cum laude. Zachary Lauren Strelo. Daniel Nicole Strensky. Sarah Elizabeth Sulentic. Sarah Elizabeth Sullivan. Caressa Erin Swanson, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Catherine Shapansky, summa cum laude. Nicholas William Tabis, magna cum laude. Brittany Ann Taylor. John Vincent Taylor. David John Thompson, summa cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Ellen Joyce Thompson. Todor Rumanov Todorov. Emma Renee Townsend. Ashley Ann Tremmel. Brooke A. Van Shindy, summa cum laude. And Schindel, I'm sorry. Abigail Mary Van Stratton. Marcy Elizabeth Van Dries, cum laude. Lisa Rose Van Evenhoven. Sarah Catherine Van Schindel, summa cum laude. Jody Vecchi, cum laude. Brittany Nicole Verheyen. Haley Elizabeth Vlock. Abby Leanne Forpagel. Amanda Lynn Walton. Amy Elizabeth Warner, cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Webster, summa cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Sarah Elizabeth Wegner. Sarah Elizabeth Wengerter, cum laude. Mason Patrick Wiesenberg, cum laude. Stephen Ross Wilkie. Nicholas K.A. Wilson, cum laude. Bridget Christine Zach, summa cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Emily M. Zaski, magna cum laude. Kristen Elizabeth Zimmerman, cum laude. Lance Paul Zishka, magna cum laude. Michael Lewis Sweefel.
Dr. Kevin Quinn, Associate Dean for Social Sciences, will now read names for those receiving the degree Bachelor of Business Administration.
Ali Halal Alasker. Mohammed Ibrahim Alahanashel. J. Paul Allen, cum laude. Alex Claude Ali, magna cum laude. Ahmed Ibrahim Al-Shaya. Mohammed I. Al-Shaya.
I forgot my thing. Kimberly Alice Angst.
Kimberly Alice Angst. Maria E. Armbrust. Curtis Cleveland Leo Astle, cum laude. Justin Patrick Baker. Curran Bandock, magna cum laude. Julia Rose Bargland. Luke Powers Barr. Elizabeth Rose Bauer. Robert J. Berger, cum laude. Michael Joseph Bernardi. Kristen Marie Bleen. Alicia Danielle Braun. Casey R. Bryan. Nicholas Alejandro Bross. Amy Lynn Bruner. Mark Andrew Bulow. Andrea Lee Birkland. Michael Leander Burmesh, cum laude. Ryan Young Carmichael. Andrew Patrick Carver. Kayla Marie Christian. Cody Jack Comerford. Kevin Joseph Conrath. Carrie Lee Lynn Corbell. Stephanie Lynn Chaika. Adam Francis DeClean, cum laude.
Congratulations.
Eric Peter DeClean, cum laude. Preston Joseph Delvaux, cum laude.
Congratulations.
Alexander James DeVillers, cum laude. Jessica Lynn Dorfler, magna cum laude. Christopher Nelson Dulmes. Robert Daniel Durrett. Jody K. Shauna Edwards. Spencer Marcus Birdsall Elena. Dylan Eric Exton. John Michael Favre. Thomas Paul Fiorito.
It's Teodora Frunza. Okay.
Teodora Frunza, summa cum laude, graduate of the honors program.
Congratulations.
Kevin Thomas Funk. Ryan Patrick Gaughan. Peter Joshua Gehring.
I don't have a card, but I will give the honors. Justin Lee Gazella.
Of course. Justin Lee Gazella. Brittany Ray Gleason, cum laude. Adam Michael Goplin. Nicole Mary Gruber.
Congratulations.
Bryce R. Gusick.
Congratulations.
Alyssa Ann Hawk.
Congratulations, Brad.
Bradley Richard Hammer.
Okay.
Brianna Ray Hauge. Joseph Thomas Higgins. Carlin Marie Hosking. Bethany Marie Hurst.
It's Lee, right? Yes. Okay.
Nicole Lee Hines.
Okay. Herzik? Herzik, okay.
Michael Lawrence Herzik.
Jaroszewski. I never said it right in 4 years.
Zachary Mark Jaroszewski. Brittany Lynn Jonas. Alexander John Kinney. Jennifer Elizabeth Knuth.
Kane, got it.
Mitchell Todd Kane. Catherine Ellen Kalinsky.
Congratulations.
Kimberly Ann Conop, summa cum laude. Eric Christian Kopman.
Congratulations.
Dustin Michael Kovar.
Francesca.
Francesca.
Francesca Marie Kress.
Got it.
Alexander J. Kretschmar.
Krieger.
James Harley Krieger, cum laude. Angelina Carol Langeberg. Taylor Kevin Langford. Amy Marie Lapine.
Congratulations.
Damon Jeffrey Lado.
Congratulations. That one I can do.
Patrick R. Luce.
Okay, it's Mallers, okay?
Paul Brian Mallers. Megan Kelly McComas. Lauren Marie Meehan, cum laude. Jonathan James Metzler. Benjamin Anthony Miller, magna cum laude. Matthew David Moore. Ryohei Nakamura, cum laude. Anthony Joseph Nanny, summa cum laude. Jordan Samuel Neek. William Ray Nellen. Therese Ann Nyrider. Brandon Joseph O'Brien.
Congratulations.
Terrence Francis O'Hanlon.
Oudenhoven.
Drew Daniel Oudenhoven, cum laude. Nicholas Scott Palm. Zachary Andrew Parmiter. Sarah Jane Paulson, summa cum laude.
Congratulations.
Christopher James Peterson, magna cum laude. Catherine Celestine Petrilli. Paul Christopher Potok. Scott Michael Pulak, cum laude. Kyle Joseph Ripley, magna cum laude. Heather Rose Roberts. Kurt John Robel. Megan Lynn Schreider.
It's okay. It's a Seifert. Okay.
John M. Seifert. Pong Fei Song, magna cum laude. Brandon Michael Soros. Audra Nicole Spahn. Janice Kimberly Sweigel. Kara Fallon Tazioli, cum laude. Rebecca Margaret Tazioli, cum laude. Yujun Tien. Thomas Patrick Trampus. An Kwok Tron, cum laude. Caleb, yeah, Vandahay? Vandahay. Kyla Rose Vandahay, cum laude. Brenna Caitlin Van Sistine.
I lost mine. I'm Nicole Lee Van Lannen. Sorry.
Nicole Lee Van Lannen. Alex August Wagner. Marissa Lauren Weber.
Congratulations. Thank you. Appreciate it.
John David Wenninger. Troy Gerald Wiesner, magna cum laude. Ashley Marie Williams. Edward Anusan Wire. Lauren Elizabeth Lieskel, cum laude. Daniel John Zagers. Elizabeth Jane Ziegler.
Dr. Quinn will continue reading the names of the graduates receiving the degree Bachelor of Music.
Luke Joseph Allman, cum laude.
Barris.
Daniel Raymond Barris, magna cum laude. Aria Galimi. Beth Gregorich, cum laude. David Thomas Gusloff. Allison Marie Harvey. Elizabeth Suzanne Holterman, magna cum laude. Stephanie Rose Coulis, magna cum laude. Mackenzie Philip Laska. Mallory J. Lemmy. Sarah Catherine Meyer, cum laude.
Manjin.
Lacey J. Manjin.
Also Manjin.
Lauren Ray Manjin, cum laude. Brianna Lee Moody, magna cum laude. Stephanie Marie Pample, magna cum laude. Kelsey S. Reed, summa cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Danielle L. Schroth, cum laude. Jacob Michael Van Dyke. Jackie Marie Vandenplas.
Vanderweist, got it.
Logan R. Vanderweist.
Dr. Larry Scheich will now read the names of those graduates earning the degree Bachelor of Science.
Nicholas Allen Anderson.
Yes.
Nicole Ann Bader. Blake Stephen Basher, magna cum laude.
Oh, Dale Bishop.
Oh, one, sorry. Dale Richard Bishop. Matthew David Chenard.
Edward Anthony Cox.
Edward Anthony Cox. Amanda Ann Dalkey. Sarah Elizabeth Day, cum laude. Stephanie Lynn Domross. Rachel Ann Erickson, cum laude. Kieran Francis Foltz Donahue, summa cum laude. Sarah Ann Gray, cum laude. Valerie Marie Gray. Megan Kavanaugh Grow. Adam Barry Hammerbeck, cum laude.
That's an H, by the way.
Daniel Timothy Handrich. Catherine Mary Hickey. Nicole Elizabeth Hoffman. Mary Catherine Young. Nicholas John Kampfer. Emily Elizabeth Klug, magna cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Benjamin James Knapp. Kelsey Christine Knutson. Andrew John Kolath, cum laude. Elise Anna Krautkramer, cum laude. William Joseph Lancel, magna cum laude. Kelly Marie Lundberg. Nicholas Lee Miramontes. Amanda Lee Muehlbauer, summa cum laude. Roger Paul Nault. Benjamin Thomas Daniel Newman. Caitlin Renee Paker. Melissa Joan Patz. Chelsea Lynn Pence, cum laude. Maureen Ann Poplar. Alexander Popov. Chelsea Erin Poitier, magna cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Megan Lee Pritzel. Isabel Carolyn Rogerth, cum laude. Yi Ren, cum laude. Kenneth Michael Rennert, cum laude.
Writer.
Got it. Brody Peter Ryder. Kaylin Lynn Sadowski. Sarah Ann Schmidt, cum laude. Daniel Philip Snyder, magna cum laude. Lori Christine Slesser, cum laude.
Danielle Lynn Stanzak.
Danielle Lynn Stanzak.
Brown Stoppenbach. Yep.
Brian James Stoppenbach. Mackenzie Jordan Swanson, cum laude. Nicole Lynn Swanson. Erica Lynn Thielen. Devin John Vandewall. Eric Lewis Vandewall. Chelsea Ann Wyrick. Andrea Bridget Wells, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Renee Elizabeth Winnig, summa cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Nathaniel Collins Wine, cum laude. David Marvin Whipperfirth. Ashley Victoria Wong, summa cum laude.
Dr. Anindo Chowdhury will now read names of those who received their degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing at yesterday's Bellin College Commencement ceremony and inaugural members of the Bellin College St. Norbert College Dual Enrollment Partnership.
Sarah Ann Oliver. Molly Jean Winnikins.
Congratulations again, class of 2011. I would ask the graduates to stand one more time, if you would. In just a minute, we'll make it really official. On the count of 3, we'll allow you to move your tassel from the right to the left side of your cap as a symbol of having received your baccalaureate degree. 1, 2, 3. Move that tassel. All right, you can be seated again. Thank you. This year, our student speaker is Amanda Cormican. Yeah. Amanda's from Milwaukee. She has been very involved in theater during her time at St. Norbert and is a member and officer of Delta Phi Epsilon sorority. She is graduating with majors in psychology and theater studies and plans on pursuing a career in clinical psychology. Please join me in welcoming this year's student speaker, Amanda Cormican.
Wow, thank you. Aren't speeches terrible? Especially graduation speeches. You're sitting in your seats, sifting restlessly through your program, and some person gets up on the podium preparing to supposedly inspire you. They go on and on about life and love and laughter, and you sit there thinking, all right, I've sat through 4 years of lectures, I can handle 2 more hours. Oh, who are we kidding? Get me out of here so I can celebrate already. This person doesn't know me. They don't know my life. We get it. College is great. We learned a lot. Agnes is the sauciest calf lady. Abbott Pennings makes a great punchline. Our memories here are memorable, and the real world is scary, but we'll be fine. Maybe I should have warned you, but I am not inspirational. I'm realistic. Please take a moment to note the exit signs so you can quietly sneak out, pretending to use the bathroom when in actuality you're trying to escape the speech. Yes, I know all the tricks, no fooling this speaker. All right then, let's get on with it, shall we? Ever since I can remember, I have tried to find the secret to life. We all have. There was a time in my years thus far that I believed I had the answer. Peanut butter and jelly. It truly is exquisite cuisine, symbolic of young summers and easy living, has a taste that makes you want to smack your lips and curl your toes in lush grass. Of course, when you're 5 years old, you also believe that life doesn't require more than imagination and cleaning your room. As we get older, we think we finally figure out what life is all about, but we always amend our belief based on our experiences. For example, we believe that having your driver's license will be the greatest thing ever. Then we realize it's having your driver's license and a car to drive. Believing having as many friends as possible is what really counts. Then realizing it's really about having true friends who stand beside you. Believing getting into any college would be wondrous and frankly some sort of miracle. Then realizing it's actually about getting into the right college that fits us. No bathroom takers yet? Awesome. I was excited and scared of coming to St. Norbert as a first year. I was scared of how I would handle leaving my home and my family, excited to have the freedom that college would present. I soon realized I had misinterpreted what I should anticipate and fear. St. Norbert has given me a home, helped me to adopt another family, and also helped me to realize that freedom has some costs as well as benefits. I think we can say that in our 4 years here, we have definitely tested the limits to freedom. Let me pause here. To all the families out there, college students do not do anything but study, go to class, eat vegetables, and get decent hours of sleep. So ignore the falsifications of the next minute or so. Now, testing freedom. Freshman year, we believe, oh, these hats are terrible. Freshman year, we believed that sleep had been a fabricated notion equivalent to the Tooth Fairy and Easter Bunny, that pulling all-nighters and proceeding to go to class and do it all over again was a really good idea. That caffeine was the perfect substitute for sleep. Then you start seeing the zombies sitting next to you in class and wonder when your feet got so darned heavy and the sun so terribly bright, and would duct tape be sufficient enough to keep your eyelids open in class? All right, so maybe physical freedom had its limits and sleep was maybe, just maybe, a necessary component to actually living. Wow, how did we ever survive without our full 3 hours of sleep? We've tested our intellectual and academic freedoms. We've been taught that the world is not necessarily rational or just or accepting place, and we must use our education as a tool to change what sympathy cannot. We've had to deduce not only what the consensus of an academic thinking or paradigm is, but how to constructively follow it through in our lives, in what we believe, and how we conduct ourselves, and in how we choose what to pursue. We've had to accept our own bias and prejudices, as well as those of others, and figure out how to both speak and listen when trying to enlighten one another through intellectual discourse. We've had to concede that what we had always believed to be true may simply be a socially constructed and instituted myth. For instance, albino squirrels do not actually appreciate the beauty of the aforementioned peanut butter and jelly, but nonetheless they must be given a proper funeral upon death due to hawk. You may laugh, but it was quite the lesson to be learned, and I will not waste another perfectly prepared sandwich on an albino squirrel. That being said, St. Norbert has given me an education beyond what I had expected to receive, and I honestly could not be more thankful. I re-examined my past 4 years and realized if I've made one right move, it was the choice to attend this college. I have learned more here than I could have through any textbook alone, and for that I have to give credit to my professors, the staff, and of course my peers. Oh my. Can I get some duct tape? As cliche as it is, we have laughed together, spent never-ending nights together, yelled together, studied, protested, fought, struggled, and sometimes cried together. To summarize a time such as college and not acknowledge the times between Kodak moments and smiles would be to not do the time justice. There have been low times, really low times, but those are also the times I've learned the most and found love the most. They are the times that make us stronger. One of the many mantras of my family, as spoken by my grandfather: tough times don't last, tough people do. I look around today and see some pretty tough people. I have learned even deeper how important the people around you are, and how the classroom is just a small portion of what college education is all about. St. Norbert College is the very definition of community. My best memories are those when I have been with peers and professors and staff, and I take just the smallest second to think, yeah, this is what it's supposed to be like. Ooh. Everything from faculty flapjacks and finals with the Norbertones, to homecoming, shackathon, theater performances, sports games, potato bowl at the calf, fall fest, campus-wide picnic with Boogie and the Yo-Yos, snow days, including those in March, and even late nights spent studying at Ed's, or late nights not spent studying at Ed's. I could go on with the list, but you don't need me to. I can pretty much guarantee that every graduate in the audience right now is mentally adding their own experiences to my list. St. Norbert is not a college in which you have students, faculty, and staff who happen to be grouped together for work. St. Norbert is a college in which you have a group working together who happen to be students, faculty, and staff. I'm not going to pretend I agree with everything ever done at St. Norbert College, but I can say I've been given the opportunity and communal support to disagree, and to work to create a solution that in the end strengthens our community even further. I thought I knew who I was before attending St. Norbert College. After 4 years here, I now know who I am leaving St. Norbert. I can say with confidence that I found myself here, and luckily enough, an education in life as well. And although I am 22 and still believe that both imagination and cleaning your room are important keys to life, yes, Mom, I do clean sometimes, I have also conceded that there is, in fact, no secret to life. We must make mistakes and learn how to form them into stepping stones. We must fire our passion and drive it into productivity. We must realize our fears and transform them into goals to conquer. We must accept that there is no such thing as living rightly. It is only possible to live fully. And every time we come upon an obstacle that seems insurmountable, we must remember our time at St. Norbert, channeling courage, taking chances, and acting remarkably, shamelessly, ridiculously. We have been given the tools and taught how to fight. And it's not necessarily that we win these battles, but the fact that we fight them at all. We don't always win, and we're not always going to, but what we gain from those battles is knowledge. Knowledge that when we enter this world, God, that's a scary thought. Wow, gross. All right, so that when we enter this world, we are capable of not simply following a course, but carving our own path within it. Freshman year, my dad wrote me a note That said, remember to hold your standards on a personal level, and great things will happen to you in time. I've always kept those words with me and can honestly say that he's right. Our standards may have transformed, evolved, developed over the past 4 years, but if we continue to hold them with utmost personal respect, I believe we have a definite chance of succeeding in the real world. I am going to miss this place. I'm going to miss the calf ladies scolding me for passing on my vegetables, miss discussing the beauty of mullets with professors, going to Luna's planning on studying and actually socializing for 3 hours, being able to walk 10 steps on the sidewalk and seeing somebody I know. I'm going to miss my family here. But at the same time, I couldn't be more ready. Thank you, St. Norbert, for all you have given us. It was worth each sleepless night, every choice word, and every ounce of hard work. To my peers, take on the world. It belongs to you. Let's keep perspective, keep attitude, be proud of what we've done, and show the poor world what they're in for. Congratulations, class of 2011. I promise my speech is now over.
Well done.
Well done, Amanda. We are going to miss you also. Nice job. The following faculty members were honored at a reception in April. Dr. Laurie McDermott received the Bishop Robert F. Morneau Community Service Award. Dr. Terry Jo Lederman and Dr. Edward Risden were the recipients of the Leonard Ledvina Award for Excellence in Teaching. Dr. Robert Kramer received the Donald B. King Distinguished Scholar Award. I ask that those awardees stand so that we may recognize them. I would also like to announce at this time that the Board of Trustees has recognized several retiring faculty members for their dedicated service to St. Norbert College by bestowing upon them the title of Professor Emeritus. The faculty members are Dr. James Benton and Dr. James Hodgson. Mr. Donald Taylor was awarded the title of Director of Galleries and Curator Emeritus. Would they please stand and be recognized? Parents and family, you probably have figured this out after 4 years, but the faculty of this institution is the glory of St. Norbert College, and it has ever been so how about a round of applause for the faculty of this institution? I would also like to recognize at this time our Norbertine colleagues, Father Steve Vanden Bogard and Father Michael Weber, both of whom recently retired from the military. I would ask them to stand. Stay up. Father Vanden Bogard spent 23 years in active duty as a military chaplain for the U.S. Navy and Marines. He served as a hospital corpsman, nurturing the morale and spiritual needs of sick and wounded sailors and soldiers in many countries, including Kuwait, Iraq, Cuba, and Haiti. Father Weber served 24 years in multiple capacities as a chaplain, supervisor, and member of the command chaplain staff. He traveled along the Pacific Rim and was deployed into the heart of the Middle East, experiencing firsthand the frontline attack in Bagram, Afghanistan, last May. Please join me in thanking these two men for their gallant service on our nation's behalf. It's now my pleasure to introduce my friend, William Van Ness, president of the St. Norbert College Alumni Board and a member of the Board of Trustees. Bill is a 1985 graduate of the college. Billy?
Thank you, President Kunkel, and hello to everyone in the audience today. I promise you, since I'm one of the last speakers, I will be short and sweet. As the president of the St. Norbert College Alumni Board, I would like to say welcome and congratulations to all of our new SNC alums. I met a lot of you on your first weekend here at the Into the Streets volunteer event, and I've enjoyed getting to know you and watching you grow from 17 or 18-year-olds into mature young men and women. The transformation is truly incredible. The morphing from a nervous freshman to a confident senior, and now to a diploma-carrying member of the St. Norbert College community. You should all be very proud of what you've accomplished and the journey that you've taken to get here today. It is no easy task to earn a degree from this wonderful institution. Those who graduate from St. Norbert College are prepared to go forth into the community as well-rounded individuals, ready to take on the next challenge before them. The journey is not over for all of you. It has just begun. I would like to share two quotes from another person that's been quoted here today, Vince Lombardi. If you'll not settle for anything less than your best, you will be amazed at what you can accomplish in your lives. The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have. Graduates, new alumni, please remember that St. Norbert College will always be here for you. You graduate today and leave our campus, but St. Norbert College will always have a special place in your heart. It never leaves you. Please keep in touch with the alumni office, attend alumni events, and come back to visit us often. In closing, I would like to share with you 10 small words that my mom shared with me when I was a student here just a few short years ago. Words that are firmly planted in my life and in all that I do and achieve. I hope that you too will recall these 10 small words and their powerful lesson. If it is to be, it is up to me. If it is to be, it is up to me. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Bill. Brianna Moody, class of 2011, is the student honor conductor of the college band. The men's chorus will join her in the band in leading us in singing the St. Norbert College anthem. The men's chorus is directed by Dr. Michael Rosewall. Please stand.
Hey.
Thank you all. At this time, it is my great pleasure to invite the Right Reverend Thomas Duane, Abbot Emeritus of St. Norbert Abbey, to the podium to offer the benediction. Abbot?
Let us pray. Almighty and loving God, we praise you and bless your holy name. The mystery and reality of your loving presence at this time and in this place prompts a fresh awareness of our blessings and responsibilities. You bless us with your wisdom and power available to help us live a life of justice and love with courage and integrity. We thank you today for the lives of these graduates so committed to learning, to truth, to discovery, to reaching their full potential as people made in your own image and likeness. Today, we ask you to bless the lives and work of these graduates, and we ask your blessing on their families. Strengthen in wisdom and courage not only these graduates, but all who lead and serve St. Norbert College in its Catholic Christian ministry of excellence in education, and that includes the faculty, the staff, and administration. In your goodness, Lord, bless all these who were honored today for enhancing the quality and reputation of our St. Norbert College community. We pray for our state, our nation, for our world. Through the wisdom of our leaders and the integrity of our citizens, may harmony and justice be secured so that all people may enjoy freedom and justice, security, and peace. Living in a society filled with so much apparent division and partisanship, bless us with the ability to be a reconciling people. May the God of all consolation bless us in every way and grant us peace all the days of our lives. May the blessing of Almighty God, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit descend upon all of you and remain forever. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Abbot Duane. Well, I know we'd all love to linger a little longer, but that closes our commencement program. Please remain seated until the platform party, the graduates, and the faculty have left their places. You are all invited to a reception in the Sensenbrenner Memorial Union following this ceremony, and thank you again for coming.
Thank you.